The news starts now. AM 1240 and 95.3 FM. WJON.
Good morning. WJON news time is 5:32 and we're at 41 degrees. I'm Jay Caldwell. Weather today should see a high of 61 with partly cloudy skies. Scattered rain showers a possibility late this afternoon. All of details on the weather forecast following WJON News. News is brought to you by Rejuve Medical and H&S Heating and Air Conditioning. Expects expanded absentee ballot access, the removal of prison gerrymandering from the census, and on-campus early voting locations at colleges, updates that could come to Minnesota's electoral processes after the Minnesota House passed the 2024 Elections Policy Bill Monday night. Despite lacking bipartisan support, the bill passed on a 69-62 vote. Golden Valley Representative Mike Freiberg.
This bill corrects historical wrongs and federal mistakes. It improves the clarity of how our elections are influenced, and it expands voter access for eligible voters. But
Republicans say it lacked bipartisanship because it hadn't earned it. Noting 0 Republican-sponsored bills included in the final package, Hanska Representative Paul Torkelson added governors in the past have demanded election bills be bipartisan, and this one is not. The bill now heads to the Minnesota Senate. Heated debate before the Democratic majority in the Minnesota Senate voted down a Republican measure that would have allowed a homeowner or landlord to request that the sheriff immediately remove a squatter from their property. St. Louis Park Democrat Ron Latz warned it would give authoritarian control to the sheriff based on a complaint from a landlord,
which they could use not only against squatters, but against any tenant that they don't want there anymore.
St. Michael Republican Eric Lucero responded squatting is trespassing and should be dealt with immediately by law enforcement.
Just as the sheriff would respond to a trespass call.
Republicans warn squatter cases that end up in housing courts as evictions can take months and cost homeowners and landlords thousands of dollars to regain their lawfully owned property. Anyone who sells copper metal in Minnesota would need to have license under a bill moving forward in the House that's aimed at stopping the sharp rise in copper wire thefts from streetlights and other public installations. St. Paul Mayor Melvin Carter says it's a statewide issue, evidenced by 38 mayors signing a letter of support.
Obviously, that includes me, that includes the city of Minneapolis, that includes cities as far away as Virginia on the Iron Range, and communities as small as Jim Lake with a population of 339.
The House sponsor removed the requirement that copper metal buyers, including businesses, be licensed. It remains to be seen whether that will also be removed from the Senate bill, which has a hearing this afternoon at 12:30. It's going to be a busy year for the big Highway 10 and Highway 23 construction project on the east side of St. Cloud. MnDOT project manager Rob Abfelter says crews will be working on 3 big projects.
They're going to have three different crews here working on the various 23 bridge, the new one, along with 4th Street Bridge, along with the walls, along with the noise walls. And so it's going to be quite a busy year for our bridge contractor. But they're like I said, they're gearing up with at least 3 crews.
Abfelter says they don't have a timeline yet on when the wall construction will begin, but the posts have already been built. He says there will have been some temporary closures on Highway 10 again this year when they set the beams for the new bridges. The entire project is scheduled to be completed by early November. New cases of highly pathogenic avian influenza have been detected in dairy cattle in Texas, Kansas, Michigan, New Mexico, and Idaho. That leaves Minnesota dairies asking questions about the future of their herd.
Last month, the first case of avian influenza, the highly contagious bird flu, was reported in a dairy herd in Texas. And now officials report the first case of avian influenza in a human that worked with that cattle herd. While detection of the bird flu in a poultry operation means the entire flock is quarantined, Dr. Rosemary Sifford with USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service doesn't believe the same treatment will be necessary in a dairy herd.
So far, it appears that the cattle are able to recover after a couple of weeks, go back into the milking herd. And so at this point, we do not expect to need to depopulate cattle.
Dairy operations are asked to increase their biosecurity measures and be acutely aware of each cow's health.
The primary symptoms in dairy cattle are loss of appetite going off feed and then a dramatic drop in milk production. And some of the cattle occasionally showed a slight fever.
If those symptoms exist, contact your veterinarian immediately. With Farm News, I'm Jeff McMahon, WJON.
April is National Volunteer Month, and the American Red Cross is ready to thank all blood donors this month. The American Red Cross provides about 40% of the U.S. blood supply, and donors through April 28th will receive a $10 e-gift card to the merchant of their choice and qualify to win one of two $7,000 gift cards. The Red Cross depends on blood donors for more than 12,000 blood donations every day. For details on blood drives and to make an appointment to donate, find this story online at WJON.com. Centricare St. Cloud OB/GYN Clinic is now offering doula services to expectant mothers. Centricare has partnered with Everyday Miracles to offer doulas with the goal of providing patients with a fulfilling birth experience through physical, emotional, and informational support. A doula is a woman without formal obstetric training who is employed to provide support and guidance to a pregnant woman during labor. Diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist Erica Scott says Centricare wants to partner with birthing persons to be empowered, and team members are there to provide patients with the best possible birthing experience. Centricare now has 7 doulas to offer advice on labor positions, offer comfort, assist with breathing exercises, and more. And a unique project to help raise awareness of sexual assault will be on display this week. The VA healthcare system in St. Cloud is hosting its Clothesline Project on Thursday and Friday in the VA auditorium. The project is a visual display of T-shirts veterans and former service members have decorated to reflect their experience of sexual trauma and recovery and break the silence around their experiences. The Clothesline Project coincides with Sexual Awareness and Prevention Month and was started in 1990 in Cape Cod. Exhibit hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., and it is free and open to the public. WJON News Time is 5:39. It's 41 degrees. News is brought to you by Rejuve Medical and H&S Heating and Air Conditioning. Weather forecast is coming up next. WJON weather forecast for St. Cloud and for Waite Park. High today 61, partly cloudy, slight chance for scattered rain showers. Winds out of the west, 8 to 15 miles an hour. Tonight, low 39. Chance for scattered showers early in the evening, otherwise mainly clear. Southwest winds, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, high 67, slight chance for scattered rain showers, otherwise mainly clear. Tomorrow night, low 43, partly cloudy with a chance for scattered showers. 56 the high Thursday, mainly cloudy. Friday, high 59, clear skies. Saturday, high 70, mainly sunny. 71 on Sunday, sunny skies. Right now, 41 at WJON. The official high at the St. Cloud Airport yesterday was 47, low was 41. We had 0.03 of an inch of rainfall yesterday. The average high temperature for this date is 51. Average low is 30. Record high temps at a 1930 of 79. Record low set in 2016 of 13. Currently, we're at 41 at WJON. Time for a better life.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.